By now we know all about the housing shortage in virtually every West Michigan community.
Yeah, one local city came up with a creative way to get a builder to help with the issue, and now they and the builder are hoping more communities will take note.
During his more than 10 years as city manager of Newaygo, Jon Schneider has seen one constant in his city: the need for more housing.
Tourism is a big deal, and to have more locals, it makes all of your local businesses more viable, especially in the winter months when tourism is usually a little bit lower.
And what didn't help was that one housing development, River Hills Estates, had sat unfinished for 15 years after the original developer pulled out, with just 4 homes completed. That is until 2017, when Sable Homes took over the project.
Newaygo was thrilled. They welcomed us with open arms.
By 2019, they built on and sold homes on the remaining 27 lots.
Big street with nobody living there to now it's a neighborhood, and it was true workforce housing.
But when it came to phase 2 of that same neighborhood, John Bitely of Sable Homes says he couldn't make the numbers work due to the upfront $300,000 needed for tree removal, ground leveling, installation of the water main, fire hydrants, and laying the road.
The infrastructure to build the new roads and the infrastructure for the new roads and the requirements that were involved cost more than what we were selling the already developed lots for. And so hence, the market doesn't work at that point. It's backwards.
But neither the city of Newaygo nor Sable Homes was ready to give up on the hope of building what Bitely calls working class housing, a price point vital for small rural communities like Newaygo.
And the fathers of that community said, John, what do we have to do to make this work? We want this to happen.
So with the help of the Michigan Land Bank Authority, several other entities, and an agreement between Newaygo and Sable,
All those brought together, brought for a unique situation.
Sable is now fully fronting the infrastructure costs, and through a tax increment financing plan over the course of 10 years, will get paid back from the property taxes those very homes will soon create.
If and when I put somebody in that house and they start paying taxes. So it's really a hand up.
Once those costs are paid back, then you are correct. We get the normal tax flow like we would on any other property, and we also get new people in town, more population, which we look forward to.
In addition, Bitely says Newaygo removed other barriers to make it work.
It's required to have sidewalks in pretty much all neighborhoods. And that is something that Newaygo looked at and says, you know what, this existing phase doesn't have them. We can forego those in this next phase.
Bitely says waiving the sidewalk requirement alone will save those future home buyers at least $3,000. And he estimates the overall teamwork will knock off between $20,000 and $30,000 per home, where he expects the prices to range from $190,000 up to $250,000.
We were able to remove enough boulders that I could get over the hill.
Teamwork and flexibility that Bitely says too few communities are willing to do, despite the obvious needs.
We need to build ourselves out of this problem. And in order to do that, we need to be allowed to build. And we're not being allowed to build, whether it's approvals for developments, whether it's infrastructure requirements.
Showing that it is possible to provide affordable housing in some of these northern and rural areas. Hopefully it'll inspire others to maybe take a look at things and be able to do similar positive projects.
Chamber of Commerce said despite this and another 60 home development going in Newaygo County outside of city limits, they could still use much more housing for all their workers who drive into town from out of town. According to City to Shore real estate broker owner Steve Frody tonight, some of areas of West Michigan have under 1 month's inventory of homes right now in the market, and no areas around here have more than 2 months inventory, so it's still incredibly low. Every little bit helps, like in Newaygo. We have a link to Sable Homes in the specific neighborhood on our website right now, fox17online.com.